Okay, so this is a anime that's been out for a while, and if you watched my very first review on this, you know that I had a lot of different sayings. So before we jump into the video, if you want to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, as well as the cheeky notification bell to be notified when more videos drop, you will literally know when more videos come out. But do you remember when Hello Kazazima came out, or Kazazima, I think I get it wrong. I really kind of didn't like the first series, but as soon as the second one came out, I was just like, do you know what? Yes, I do want to review this to see if the love can do it. Now, I wrote this back a long time ago, so I'm gonna see if I can remember most of it. It's on my script book anyway. I also had the footage for this as well. I think I did record it, but lost to time. So let's talk about it. We're back with season 2. The first episode, I was confused about when watching it. I do think the anime needs to kind of address things like, do they like each other? Do they want to be with each other? Are they going out, or are they just really good friends? Because literally from what I remember from season 1 is, if anyone like a teacher went near one of their friends, then boom, I think it was Shino, as soon as anyone went near like one of the main girls, boom, like there would be a stare, grr, and that would be a thing. It feels like literally when I'm reading this, I'm like, damn, I wrote something different. So it felt at the time that there was no main plot. Like you'd have like, say a plot, so you'd have, it starts and it ends, but this was kind of brought up with loads of mini stories. I think that it's okay if you're going to kind of do that. Maybe that's the way that the anime really wanted to go down. But for me, like mini stories, I much prefer having an overall plot. There are times where it jumps. So you'll have a teacher writing on a board and then suddenly it'll be a tea party. That kind of jumping, I'm not a big fan of, because I feel like it's more, oh, the audience is bored of this one. And then boom, you have to give them something else to kind of bring them back in. So from it jumping from the teacher to like a tea party, or from something else to something else, I kind of think that's quite bad. Alice is English, so there's references to scones or scones, if you want to say, to tea, and I kind of really like that. I like the fact that when they were making this, they actually took time to bring things in, like look at England and stuff like that, rather than kind of just like half-arse it and go, we'll put something in that may or not be there. It's really weird doing this. I was more kind of focused on in this of Kazazima and her quest to kind of smile and become more friendlier. From what I kind of remember, I think this was a thing that always kind of happened, which was kind of nice. By episode 2, you think that things are slowly getting better compared to where the rest of it previously hasn't been that great. So you kind of like, So it does get better over time. As it's kind of the next stage of their high school life, they decide that they're going to be split up, or the teacher splits them up, and it does hurt them a bit because they're like, no! But I like this because it felt like it wasn't going to be a chaos, and I thought at the time certain classmates might like each other more, and that because they become friends, it kind of separates. But mainly I generally like that because it felt a little bit different rather than being in the same class all the time. But you know what happens, they all kind of walk into the next class on breaks anyway. My favorite thing in the previous season was the broken English that they use. And I really like this because it feels like they are really trying, and it doesn't, it's the most interesting fact because you hear certain words and it's like, do you know what, I really like this. I've always kind of liked it because it shows that they're going above and beyond, not speaking in like Japanese and then pretending that it's English. So like you can have a conversation and then it's all in Japanese, but the way that they're trying to use broken English, that's what I liked. In this, there are tons of different things that kind of make me go, I really like this. Like they've taken their time to either do their research on looking at different backgrounds. So we're looking at, say, for example, countryside. Now, when I saw Alice's house, it reminded me of the countryside. It also reminded me of like my auntie's house and stuff like that back in the day. And I like this sort of thing. Like they did it with Magius Bride as well, where they would spend time looking at the backgrounds that we would like. And that to me is something that I generally loved on a whole load of levels. Also, in this particular thing, if it's like 1 or 2 episodes, they would speak in English for most of the time, and I like that. So it wasn't just like, oh, we're now going to all speak Japanese, we're all going to speak this, we're all going to speak that. we're going to speak English to kind of give it more of a decent feel. And I like that. That felt to me like they really had paid attention. And I like that. So those sorts of attention to details really makes the anime for me, which makes this slightly better than the first season. The anime focuses on what they think about each other compared to where they fantasize about each other in different scenarios, which I found weird at first because it's like, why would you do that? And apparently I wrote down here, it does get a bit weird where Alice gets Karen to dress up as Shino. It does get annoying and really creepy. So I can't remember the reason why they do this. Like if it's a thing where they're missing, so they just get each other to dress up, or Alice dresses up as her. I've not done special features for a long time. So the main thing is you get an opening and closing, which is clean, so no text, and then more stuff from Sentai frameworks, and that's about it. So the writing, okay, this is old school. Apparently, I wrote down, everything was the same, and it was either all about Shino or Alice, and it felt like they were always the same. Cute elements, but it got a tad bit annoying. I did like the English speaking parts and some of the background, but that was about it. The animation is clean, cute, and consistent. Loved how the English side was portrayed and that it was fun. It felt like they paid attention. What made this interesting is not a lot. I love the broken English, and that's what made it fun and unique, but that's about it. And my final thoughts. If you enjoyed the first season, then you will love this. If you like the random small clips, you might enjoy this. I found it very boring and dull, as there wasn't anything to keep my interest. I found myself distracted a lot. This is a background anime. The whole focus on Shino I found creepy and not needed. I might watch the next series, I don't know if there is, and it needs to mature and have a lot of character development, as I've not seen any. And that's what I wrote about it. From what I remember, I think there was a thing where two of the characters, Alice and I can't remember the cool one, the cool English girl, where she hurt herself, and they have like this really monologue-y talk where they discuss things that have happened and how scared they were, etc., etc. And I kind of like that part. That part, out of most of it, is the one that sticks in the mind. Maybe it's because she was walking along the kind of like a bridge, like back in England, if you're watching this in the States or anywhere else, in England, like old country style bridges had these kind of raised stones. So I remember her walking on it and then falling and hurting her ankle, and just therefore she was lost. And then you had, I think, Alice run out to try and find her, and she was like, "Hey, where are you? You know, you've not been back. I'm so worried." And then all of a sudden you see the fact is that she finds it at the bottom near the kind of river. And thus, therefore, they have a conversation. That's the only part to me, apart from all the staring, like stare, 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 and then obviously Alice and her friends going back to Japan. And that is pretty much it from what I remember. So it's an old one, this one, but I kind of really wanted to kind of get it out there so I could actually finish it. I'm sure I recorded this, and I'm sure I spoke about it such a long time ago. But yeah, I am going to leave it there. So what are your thoughts on this anime? Have you seen Hello Kazazima Season 2? Have you seen the first season? Let me know down below in the comments. And if you like this sort of content and you want to see more, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, as well as the cheeky notification bell to be notified when more videos drop. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.